Good morning. It is Friday, June 12th, 2020. So we're past 8 o'clock in the morning. Just ran up a little bit and I look good in my tank top, just saying. So I kind of came in contact with some energy. I'm just going to try and let it go a little bit. Don't let it bother me. But if it upsets me, of course, feel the emotions and then let it go. I'm not going to let it bother me as much as it did before when I was younger. So today's theme, today is Feliz Dias Enamorados in Brazil. Today's June 12th. So in Brazil, they celebrate Valentine's Day today, June 12th. But since it is quarantine, and Brazil is pretty fucked up right now when it comes to coronavirus, I don't know how they're celebrating. Probably just indoors for the majority of the time. So today I want to talk about intuition in general. So I've had a couple of interesting experiences right before this video. Yesterday, I'm just going to tap in because I don't really come here all the time. I come here every other day or so, a couple of times a week. And connected a lot lately. Yesterday, I went to go see my mom, right? And we had a good discussion. And, I think she really listened because I felt like this fluidity coming through me, this fluid energy. And I was like, oh, maybe she's like, all right, she's just affirming with me because I felt good. I also decided that it's important to navigate through these emotions, go through them. Don't dissuade them or just forget them because they're really just there for something much greater than what you could imagine. I also feel like there's a lot of confirmation from spirit coming through intuition. So the more I develop my intuition, the more I feel it's necessary to keep meditating, keep going out into nature, because this is where I'm going to let go. This is where I'll release all these old patterns, thinking patterns that just no longer serve me anymore, because the more I kind of tap into this new way of living, this new style, or whatever you may call it, it's something I have to go through in some point in my life. So right now is the time, 25. So intuition. This morning I was meditating before this because I usually meditate before and then I go out into nature and then meditate some more. But this morning in particular I was meditating, and the guided meditation said in the morning that she mentioned Rita Mae Brown, and I was like, whoa, funny enough, I'm reading her most well-known novel, Ruby Fruit Jungle, in honor of Pride Month, right? So I just was like, I had to open my eyes for that. I was like, oh, this is just confirmation. Just keep reading the book. I kind of just felt that, in that sensation, in that regard, that because I connected with the character of Molly, because Molly doesn't give a shit about anybody else. She doesn't care about expectations of others upon her, thrusted upon her. She only cares about liking herself. And that way I connected. In that sense, I already connect with her character because it makes you feel that you're not alone in this situation. And, it's amazing what thinking can connect with. You just never know. The least you expect, as I wrote this down somewhere, the least expectations you have, the better the amazing experience will be, because you start thinking, oh my God, this is a possibility that this is going to happen, that this may happen. If you cut all that shit out, it's not all shit. It's great to visualize and fantasize, but if you cut it all out, the experience becomes more wholesome. It becomes more energetically balanced, I'm going to say. It becomes more natural to you when you let go and detach yourself from these thoughts. What did the great Buddha say? That attachment is the pretty much source of suffering. When you detach yourself, not cold and emotional, that's not what I'm trying to say. When you detach yourself from these outcomes, these expectations, these desires, you start to let things flow more naturally. And when that happens, amazing things can happen. And sometimes life takes you up by surprise and you really don't know how to react. It's okay. You're human as well. So don't worry so much about that. I like making these videos only because I'm being guided to do them. So I'm flowing with the video. So I think that's just my way of coping. And that's what I've been guided to do. So yeah, it's a brand new day. Honestly, I do meditate on the water. There's a lot of bugs out here. Sometimes I just get the feeling to go somewhere, and I'll go, and it'll make sense. Not right away, but in a few hours it usually makes sense. The other day I was here and I thought about somebody, just casually, and then I saw And I thought that was crazy how confirmation, it's just a lot of things that happen, and it's normal, part of expansion and awareness that happens. And I also part due to my observational skills. Nothing to worry about, nothing to freak out about. Just stay here, stay present. The body is here. The mind is what wanders so much, you know? But when you stay here, I connected with somebody yesterday. And she focuses a lot on like emotional intelligence and meditation. She says the more you stay here, the more fluid it becomes, the more natural it is to just live. You know, that's the goal of this month. Be a little bit more present, more aware of your thoughts. I think the more you meditate, the less you start thinking too much of unnecessary worry. Like the little things start bundling up, like little traffic, you know, a long line, something that's not really, it's like trivial, you know, it's not anything that will like consume your time or consume your life, and you know, you just start looking at things differently. When you start meditating at a certain point, your brain levels change, just like fitness levels change your brain. It's like there's a sensation there that's actually good for your health. It's good for your sleeping pattern. And yeah, you know, I mean, I keep going with it because that's exactly what it is. When you let go of these expectations, things are more natural. You stop worrying about money. You stop worrying about I'm going to find this partner. I'm going to find this friend. It's okay to fantasize, but, you know, let go as well, because that's when amazing things start happening. I just feel like you just live your life, whatever you're passionate about, just keep pursuing it, because it's something ultimately that will come back to find you. Like anything, true passion comes. I just think living a passionate life is much, much better than going to clock in and clock out at this certain amount of time and doing things because other people are telling you to do. No. For me, it's like inner voice. Listen to your heart, listen to your calling, listen to your path, because that is what will bring you more joy into your life. And that is not anything you will gain with material stuff. So that's my message for today. Happy Friday, everybody. Besos, deseos.